I watched this channel a lot a while back. Thought it might be interesting to hear about StarCraft 2. Coming into the comments and seeing NerdSlayer berating anybody that tries to post a different thought was a real surprise. Are you, like, doing alright, man? I've always considered myself a pretty big fan of yours and never would have seen this behavior coming. This is the weirdest Stormgate ad I ever seen. XD, you just accused me of fraud and you are banned for being a complete integrityless idiot. You're a disingenuous piece of shit, and you know that. 6 years of watching my content, and you still don't know that such a claim is literally illegal? I just demonstrated he didn't even know what the series was about. For me, these are licensed to shit on idiots. You just accused me of a crime for lol. Go pound sad, pathetic StarCraft 2 loser. Learn how to make arguments if you want to post on my content. It's part of the rules. I can't believe he didn't follow the rules. That's insane. Okay, what's going on here? So, NerdSlayerstudios is the channel behind the Death of a Game video series, which are these educational documentary type video essays about dead or dying games or game companies. He basically tells the full behind the scenes story of the games he covers, starting from its conception, its development cycle, the people actually working on the game, the reception, its updates and expansions post-release, to ultimately find out where did it go wrong, okay? What led the devs to shut down the game servers, or what led the game to die or fail, or typically have such low populations that finding a match for anyone still playing today would be pretty difficult. It's a good series. I'd recommend it. I've been watching it for about a year, and I was actually writing him into my next actually good YouTuber's video, but then I came across this pretty unhinged meltdown the guy had in the comment section of his videos, and I wanted to talk about that. See, about a month ago, he got a lot of for covering the games Titanfall 2 and StarCraft 2 on his Death of a Game series. Mainly because those games are still running, like people still play those games, they stream them, the servers for those games are fully online, and they have active communities that are very passionate about these games. So like, it's not what fans of those games or most people would call a dead game, right? Like many of the other games he covers on his series that are just completely dead. Like there's no way for you to play the game or buy it. They shut down the servers. People were especially upset about him covering StarCraft 2 because that game was featured in this year's esports World Cup with a $1 million prize pool, and the game is still receiving updates, albeit at a really slow pace. And a lot of people pointed that out in the comment section of those videos. Those videos got a significant amount of dislikes compared to his other videos. Then a few people made threads on Reddit about the backlash he received, and I think all of this kind of made NerdSlayer lose his a little bit, because he just left hundreds of comments replying to people, just insulting them and calling them names, calling them pathetic, low IQ, delusional. Then he started deleting other people's comments that called him out and banning people and just leaving more and more comments. Like, he left so many comments, dude. It's insane. And a lot of people, myself included, were surprised by this, because if you've ever seen his videos, they have such a professional, educational, kind of family-friendly tone to them. Like, he calls his viewers detectives, and he calls his videos cases, and it's like they're all mysteries, and it's cute.
With that music playing, we have reached the end of this mystery, detectives, and yes, even the case of Dust 514 in many ways was still a mystery. But for those who were paying attention along the way, you already probably cracked the case of that mystery yourself, and for those who didn't, well, why did Dust 514 die?
This whole situation, it'd be like if Game Theory started replying to their viewers, just insulting them and calling them low IQ and pathetic for no reason. Like, it's really strange. Now, I should probably clarify that I have seen both of these videos, the Titanfall video and the StarCraft video, from start to finish, okay? And for what it's worth, I thought they were good videos. It was interesting to hear about the history behind those games. I've never played StarCraft before, so I can't really comment on that one, but I have played the fuck out of Titanfall 2, okay? And that game... Fucking damn it! That game is so much fun, dude. You should definitely play it if you haven't. But if we're being honest, okay, the game is not receiving any more updates. The devs at Respawn have just moved on to Apex Legends, and honestly, EA really screwed over the game by releasing it a week after Battlefield 1. Maybe if they didn't, more people would have bought the game, and they might have made Titanfall 3 years ago, but they didn't, and I think the franchise had a lot of missed potential because of that, and it was worth talking about in a YouTube video. I felt like it was fitting for his series, even if I think the title, Death of a Game, is a bit too heavy in this case. But this isn't like a fact-checking video. I'm not gonna try to debate either of these videos. I'm sure all his facts are in order. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. In this video, I just want to talk about his responses to people's comments, because I found them to be pretty entertaining, not gonna lie. So yeah, let's start off with the... Both games are still playable on official servers currently though. How about you do actual research instead of clickbaiting old information for views? As of recent changes, lol, you're a disingenuous piece of shit and you know that. That's why you guys are brigading me and giving me free interactions. You don't even know what my video series is about if this is your crown argument. Try reading the description or actually watching the video next time, idiot. At NerdSlayer, imagine being so offended by a correction that you refuse to include into the essay you made that you somehow feel justified in a response. Yikes, lol. A correction? You didn't know what the series was about. I corrected you. This is how fucking dumb you are, bro. Yikes. I just demonstrated he didn't even know what the series was about and didn't watch the video. For me, these are licensed to shit on idiots. Anyone who actually follows and supports me knows this about me. Welcome to the channel. That's very welcoming. Damn, last two videos, kinda poking the nest. And I'm not even playing these games. You act like a kid in the comments too. Please look back and understand that you are doing the thing that you condemn. I don't want this chick to die. Quote, act like a kid equal make fun of the people who can't argue. Fall for a dumb trap I set in the video, so it proves you didn't watch it. And I don't tolerate idiocy. He doesn't fucking tolerate idiocy. That's not a kid, mate. That's called having a principled stance. You would rather tone police a fallacy than address head on. My channel was built on this. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, I did watch it. This is the only reason I'm here. Ridiculous claim. I'll be honest, I've enjoyed your content for years, but the replies on this video are all antagonistic and degrading. It's very contrary to the person in the videos. In none of the replies I found had you actually responded to the concerns. You just said, it's in the description, and insulted people. You could just write things because you know goddamn well no one reads descriptions, and if you say you read every description of a video before commenting, you either don't watch YouTube or you're lying. When making a video about the most popular RTS beloved by many and still with $1 million prize pools, you should have preemptively stated some information and why you're making this video, given how your usual games on this series are games that are legit discontinued. Finishing with this, I hope you have a good day and your day gets better. I hope the next videos comments are more professional and less attacking of your fans. No, that's a constructive comment. I like that. He said he should preemptively state why he's featuring the game on his series. So let's see what NerdSlayer has to say about that. Quote, well-intentioned people who demonstrate they didn't watch the video, don't understand the series nor the video, and then think I have to coddle their fifis because they can't make arguments. You literally wanted to argue they were right, so you had to lie about their intentions being good. Lol. Mate, it doesn't matter how long you have been watching my content. If you can't understand this, pound sand kindly. Nobody is owed politeness when they can't exhibit any, especially. But he just said, have a nice day, man. I spent the whole video talking about the game not being as good as people wanted it to be, ... and you got triggered by the video title despite watching multiple other Death of a games? Huh? How do you genuinely not understand your absurdity? Lol. Dang, bro, it's not your take on StarCraft. It's this childish rant for me. I actually thought better of you. Everything he said in the video is wrong, and you know it. Well, this is an easy argument to beat. I don't even have to address anything. You beat it yourself. Okay, here's where I understand some of the frustration. Like, he just said everything in this video is wrong, and you know it. Like, that's a pretty insane thing to say. What do you, realistically, what do you even say to that? Like, what is the appropriate response? How is a game dead if it takes 10 seconds for matchmaking to find me a match against real players? Why did my mom leave me as a child? I have no idea, honestly. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. I don't care about Titanfall, but the way you're responding to comments is super lame. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, about how I respond to ignorant fanboys. Sorry, you must be new here. Learn how to make arguments if you want to post on my content. It's part of the rules. What the fuck? Firstly, if you don't care about his feelings, then why are you responding? And second, is part of the rules, like the rules for YouTube. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a YouTube channel with rules in the description. No discrimination or hate speech. Any points you make have to be substantiated, either in explaining your opinion or when stating facts. You need to back these up with reliable sources. But reliable how? You left a bunch of links in your description. IGN, Polygon, Wikipedia is a reliable source wherever possible. If you initiate a discussion, try to do so in an appropriate channel. So these are his Discord rules. Why is he posting his Discord rules? What made this response okay? That's pretty childish. I hope you're proud of yourself for that. Wilhelm, that someone thinks I give a fuck about nicety when people can't even follow the rules. They can't even follow the rules. Watch or respect the content or make basic 101 arguments. You must be new here. I can't believe he didn't follow the rules. That's insane. These childish responses to normal comments are insane. Even if you think they are wrong, even if they were 100% wrong, you act like a child to someone having an opinion. Even if someone would argue that 1 + 1 is 3, acting like you are in the comments is just pathetic, to be honest. Especially if you are ignoring comments that raise valid points or deleting them. Lamau. NerdSlayer. 2 normal comments. You mean comments I mocked on purpose in the video? Then people posted the same arguments word for word, so I made fun of them. They prove they didn't watch the video. Why would I have respect for someone with no respect for me or my craft? No thanks, bud. And no, if someone is 100% wrong, they are an idiot. It's hard to be that wrong about something, especially with so much data and arguments out there. What comments have raised valid points, by the way? Don't worry, I will wait for you to respond, then ban you if you don't, since you didn't read the rules. He's going to ban him if he doesn't respond. Okay? There's a rule forcing you to respond when he tells you to. This is the weirdest Stormgate ad I ever seen. XD, you just accused me of fraud, and you are banned for being a complete integrityless idiot. 6 years of watching my content, and you still don't know that such a claim is literally illegal? You just accused me of a crime for lols. Go pound sad, pathetic StarCraft 2 loser. Holy shit, that's a... You You just accused me of fraud. And you are banned. At NerdSlayer, go to sleep, bro. You need a rest. You are severely overreacting to a random, funny, sarcastic throwaway comment. He never responded again. And he is banned. I can't believe he banned him. And you are banned. Okay, yeah. I should probably explain this whole Stormgate thing. So Stormgate is an indie early access RTS game that takes very heavy inspiration from StarCraft 2. I've seen it described as like a spiritual successor to the game. It's the same genre. The game was made by Blizzard veterans, people who worked on StarCraft 2. And when NerdSlayer's video came out, it had a pinned comment saying, I am giving away 10 copies of Stormgate. All you have to do is comment some of your favorite moments in StarCraft 2 and why you think the game failed. Also, please put a short reason you are excited to try Stormgate. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your continued support. Now, many people in the comments thought that was suspicious, given that Stormgate is basically a clone of StarCraft 2. And now, here this video comes out saying StarCraft 2 is dead. And here he is in a pinned comment giving away copies of Stormgate to people who say nice things about it and why StarCraft 2 is an epic fail. Now, I would never accuse him of being secretly sponsored by Stormgate because that's not funny, guys, okay? That would be against the rules, but I think it is important to clarify that legally you do have to specify when you're giving a sponsorship for something. Like, that's the law, and it's part of the YouTube community guidelines. So no, I don't think this guy is secretly a paid shill for Stormgate. I mean, that would just be illegal. He would have to say it, and if he committed fraud by lying about that, well, you know, that could ruin his image as like a journalist slash analyst slash educator. I watched this channel a lot a while back. Thought it might be interesting to hear about StarCraft 2. Coming into the comments and seeing NerdSlayer berating anybody that tries to post a different thought was a real surprise. Honestly, just the strange unprofessional behavior in this comment section really put me off the channel as a whole. Hearing someone cry about me making fun of people who didn't watch the video and made insanely poor arguments is never going to be a starter for me, man. I would recommend learning how to argue or realize that's the entire point of my channel. Not doing so and not doing so well is literally the opposite of the kind of people I want here. For example, you thinking me making fun of people who can't respect my content enough to even watch it is unprofessional is absolute peak comedy. Thanks. At NerdSlayer, this is exactly the kind of response I hoped wouldn't happen. Best of luck. Are you like doing alright, man? I've always considered myself a pretty big fan of yours and never would have seen this behavior coming. Apparently, you also went nuts under the Titanfall video. I'm genuinely concerned. You've got something going on. Are you super stressed? Me responding to arguments equals some random guy I have never met nor engaged with psychoanalyzing me. Dear God, please save me, Mr. Stranger. At NerdSlayer, really, man? Basic concern for someone who seemed cool and level-headed acting weird and erratic equal psychoanalyzing? I just think you're picking pointless fights and being weird and petty from my outside perspective as someone who doesn't really know you. Maybe you are genuinely just always like this, but frankly, that's just kinda sad, and I just hope you're going through a rough patch. Sorry for bothering you, I guess. That's such a horrible response. Like, I was just concerned if he's doing okay. You don't have to answer that. You can just ignore the comment. But no, me responding to arguments equals some guy I have never met nor engaged with psychoanalyzing me. Dear God. Dear God. Please save me, Mr. Stranger. Like, sorry for bothering you, I guess. That's just sad, man. Some advice. Always a bad idea to force content simply because you need a straw man for an ad or can't figure any other way to hit an upload cycle. You can see from your replies to the comments that you have emotionally invested into your preconceived conclusion, while a large part of the viewer base disagrees. This is alienating viewers who would otherwise be repeat customers for you, and new viewers like me, all for some ego insecurity issue and/or some need to justify shilling Stormgate. It's much healthier for your long-term channel goals to be honest and upfront. If this is an ad, you can just say so at the beginning and just about whatever game you want being dead, and no one will be put off. But you have to at least get your numbers right, and you completely botched that element. This is a common theme for mid-tier creators just trying to force content out. Anyway, take it or leave it. Not gonna read all of that. Sorry, or I'm happy for you. Well, you've read so many other comments and have replied and wrote lengthy replies to them, so why not this one? Why stop now? Why comment at all? The only worst response he could have said is like, sorry, I'm too busy. I met a girl on Tinder and I'm having sex right now. I'm too busy having sex to reply on your comment. That's the only worst response I could think of. NerdSlayer, I make fun of people who cannot argue. Also NerdSlayer, I'm not going to read genuine honest feedback made by my viewers to receive an objective viewpoint. Bro is actually losing his shit over throwaway comments who are just trying to be funny. Sounds like an overly defensive response from someone who is knowingly presented biased opinions as facts. Dude is even deleting comments calling him out. What a childish approach to life. Get a grip. Trying to be funny? People are pretending the game is alive and well, and I am making fun of them. That's funny to me. How could it not be funny to me? Is it only allowed to be funny when you psychoanalyze it as funny for me, despite not knowing me? I love making fun of idiots. It's how I got here. If you supposedly care so much about arguing over something you're passionate about, learn how to argue 101 and not emotionally spurg out like this post. Thanks for the support. The replies in these comments from you are definitely pushing me away from watching your content. You're having quite immature reactions to criticism for a game that seems quite far from, quote, dead, just less updated than others. All of that whining and tone policing me to make the same dog shit tier argument with your fifis. That's comical. It hasn't been updated in a year and a half, which means it actually hasn't been updated like the others. There was an update in autumn and another one this spring. It's not a lot, but why lie? Watching this dude having a meltdown in the comments over people rightfully pointing out that he's just straight up lying in the video is hilarious. Thanks for the entertainment. I'm kinda worried about him, not gonna lie. Either dude is going through some really rough stuff or he's just an asshole. What did they rightfully point out? Thanks for the engagement. Join Discord and see I am just fine, mate. I just like making fun of both idiots and emotional dotes. But you won't do that. Like nobody else here supposedly so bothered did either. Frowny face. Why the fuck would he join your Discord? Oh, okay. So he left this huge comment here. That's a lot of text. Reminder, for the YouTube comment warriors not brave enough to argue on voice or text direct on my Discord server or Twitter, if you want to respond to these points, I will gladly accept it in voice chat or on Discord, private or public chat, nowhere else, because communication is not meant for this platform, nor people brigading posts without actually making arguments and feeling they have won some sort of moral victory. Did you know I don't get notifications, especially on post replies to replies? I literally can't see them unless I click the chain down and look. No, you can't collect that moral victory when you don't join the Discord server to debate me about things you are supposedly so emotionally charged about. You can't make basic arguments about it. I will be waiting, smiley face. Then he lists a bunch of facts about StarCraft 2 and his definition of the word death for the series, which I'm not gonna debate, but what the fuck is this guy talking about? Moral victory? So he wants people to debate him on his Discord server instead of YouTube comments. I don't really get what the whole communication is not meant for this platform thing is, because like that's the reason they made a comment section. If you're going to debate a video, then doing that in the comment section of the video itself seems like the most obvious place to do it, no? Like the video is right here, the comment section is right here. He clearly loves spending so much time in the comment section anyway, so why do you need to take that to a different platform? Like he responded to so many comments on these videos. That's not enough. He needs people to take time out of their day to read this whole mountain of text and join his Discord to claim a moral victory. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? You are like 2 posts away of becoming the seal copy pasta. Okay, so in the comments, he keeps saying he made fun of the arguments that this game isn't dead in the video. So anyone who comments that proves they didn't watch it. So let's check out his joke.
But NerdSlayer, I don't watch your series or videos period, or long enough to learn what they're even about. So how the heck is StarCraft 2, a game that's supported by a megacorp that receives a few updates every 4 years and has an inflated recent tournament edition, dead? Well, death doesn't only have one definition, and if you think that that's me obfuscating or trying to create some other type of narrative, literally learn about words and definitions, guys. Anyway, you're a massive dolt if you don't know that and you type that shit in the comments especially. Now anyway.
That's a pretty funny joke. See, because like sometimes in life, words even have different definitions, okay? All those people in the comments who said, this game isn't dead, I can find a match in 30 seconds. They could have literally learned about words and definitions before commenting that, but they chose not to, and they commented, and that makes them the dolt. So that's why it's funny, you know? It's comedy. That's what it's all about. Now, anyway, I think for someone not trying to stretch or bend the definition of the word death, this guy sure seems to have to explain this word over and over and over again and say, like, guys, actually, I wasn't using that definition of the word death, okay? The word death even has different definitions. Read the description, read the rules, read the dictionary. I even made a joke about this near the end of the video. So you're the stupid one for not knowing that or finishing my entire video. Please join my Discord server. Please join my Discord server and debate me so you can claim a moral victory in this argument on the internet. Please. Like, that's a lot of talk to justify the name of the series. And maybe, just maybe, he should consider that the word dead isn't a word some people use to describe games that are still playable and have very passionate fan bases and are still getting updated or still getting featured in esports world cups. Like, maybe that's not what most people would call a dead game. People can just disagree with that. That doesn't have to make them pathetic or delusional or a piece of shit. I think all of this bickering and shit flinging could have been avoided if he just came up with a different title for when he talks about games that are still online and playable, but they have just sort of fallen off for one reason or another. Like the missed potential of a game, or the rise and fall of Titanfall, or cold cases, StarCraft 2, or if he's really set on using the words death of a game, because that's a pretty fire title, to be honest, then how about death of a game question mark? Okay, just put a question mark at the end, because then people would be like, oh shit, is this game dead? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, who knows? They might even click on the video more, and not for every video, obviously, just the ones where you talk about games where the player base is still active, they're still playing the game, they're doing it in esports and shit, and like a question mark is pretty good imagery for your whole detective aesthetic. I don't know, just a thought. Or, of course, you can just insult your viewers. You can insult their intelligence, call them pathetic, delusionally emotional, low IQ, piece of shit. You can do that too, I guess. Okay, but real talk, I think NerdSlayer is 100% within his right to make rules for his channel, to ban people who don't follow the rules, rules to delete comments he doesn't like and to publicly berate and insult his fans and everyone who disagrees with the video or didn't finish watching it. But I just think the latter of those options specifically is a really bad idea. I fail to see how that benefits him in any way. Like many other comments have said, that behavior is just gonna turn away new potential viewers and burn through a ton of goodwill with your current viewers. Like, can we just play a quick montage of all the comments that said they think this guy is just a complete joke now and they aren't going to watch this guy's stuff anymore? Like, that's a lot of people. Many of them his own fans or people who could have been repeat viewers, repeat customers, if you will, or potential Patreon subscribers that could make this guy more money. But now they won't because he was being an asshole for no reason. And really, all for what, you know? Like, that's the main thing that's so bizarre to me. It's just so unnecessary. Do I think he cares? Fuck no. But the thing is, NerdSlayer is a guy who claims he just wants to make online gaming better off by making these educational documentaries about dying or dead games. And he's someone who ideally wants to be taken seriously as an analyst slash journalist slash educator, right? So he probably should care a little bit, especially if he expects people to read this whole fucking, how many words is this? 1,258 word manifesto in the description and pinned comment, and to abide by his entire list of rules, and especially expect people to take time out of their day to prepare arguments to debate him like he's the Discord version of Steven Crowder. Like what the fuck? If this is the way he acts when he receives really, frankly, mild criticism, then why should people in his comments take him or his rules or anything he has to say seriously? All his talk about tone policing kind of ignores the fact that, one, he's tone policing, and two, there's a reason why tone policing is a thing. There's a reason why businesses hire people specifically for that, instead of publicly berating and insulting every customer that gives their product a bad review. Ultimately, I just think the situation is really strange. This whole "you mad bro, come debate me" approach is kind of weird if his goal is to educate people and look like a reliable source of information about gaming. I just think he'd be better off if he didn't respond to hate comments like these. Like, if he can tell that someone is delusionally emotional and low IQ and pathetic just from reading their comment, then let that speak for itself, you know? Like, don't give these people attention if they don't deserve it, you know? You can be the bigger man in this situation. I think if he continues to cover games that more people would consider dead, or just come up with a different title for covering games that are still active, he'll be fine. But I get the feeling that if he keeps up this attitude of attacking his fans and insulting people who watch his videos, I kind of get the feeling that some big controversy is going to happen with this guy later down the line. And this whole situation is just a small glimpse of what'll happen next. And I'll be here to say, I told you so. I knew this day was coming. I predicted it in this video. But until then, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and there's one other thing I'll say. But Crab, who are you to criticize NerdSlayer? Maybe you would understand how he's feeling if you actually had viewers and supporters. But Crab, this video is hypocritical because you are turning away potential viewers by attacking someone with a large following. But Crab. The reason you made this video is because you're just so mad and emotional and scared of joining his Discord server and debating him there. Well, you know, you are a massive emotional dolt if you think that or type that in the comments especially. See? Because I made a joke about that at the end of the video. Those arguments are just completely invalid now. That's just the way it works, you know? What can I say? I don't make the rules around here. Actually, yeah, I do. And if you disagree with me without providing a source that I find credible, then I will ban you. Anyway, I think the next video he should cover is Minecraft. Hey guys, it's me, Crab, and here we are at the beach. You know, I thought we could take some of NerdSlayer's advice and just pound some sand, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes in life, you just gotta pound some sand, and today is one of those times. Feels good.